There is a saying, if you want to see end result, so you need to have patience. Wait. Do they mean like patience? Wait. Well, in today's very busy world, this word of very hustle, I don't think so anyone have this much time to like wait for something. Because in our very small life, very limited, whatever life we got, we need to achieve each and every single thing. So there is no point to wait for something because we want to be productive. We want to achieve something in very limited time, right? So why to wait? I just can't waste my time behind waiting. It is a general understanding, like it is a basic expression. Even I have, you might be having the same expression, right? So when we are talking about the patience, definitely it means a wait, but this wait is not like wastage of time, or it is not just a spare time. This is a productive time. How this time is productive time? Because there is a process. The end result of that process is achievement, the desired object, what we need, right? So the time travel, the what you can say, the journey to reach that particular destination is the time period which is which time I'm talking about. So in that time period we need to have patience, which is very important. So if you ask, so in general, yeah, definitely people will say that my life is very productive, I just want to be very productive, I just can't spare some time, I can't waste my time. It is the basic understanding about our today's, the what you can say, the hustleful life, the very busy life, so-called scheduled timetable the life, right? This is the thing what we have been programmed, how our society is being programmed today, right? So if you try to understand patience, so definitely patience means a wait, as I said, but this wait is a productive wait. Well, I can explain this with a very beautiful example. There was one guru, or what you can say, teacher, a Buddhist teacher. So the Buddhist teacher had some disciple, they were roaming in some jungle, right? So in jungle, the teacher wanted to test the patience of his disciple. So he asked each and every single disciple to go and bring one bucket full of water. But the bucket was, the only condition, the bucket was made out of bamboo. So as I know, all sister thought it was like nonsense, anything that which is not possible, because a bucket made out of bamboo, so holding water in that bucket was quite an impossible task, right? So as they had to listen their guru, so they went over there to river and tried to fill that bucket. As they were trying to fill that bucket, it was that, because water, if you put in some bucket made out of bamboo, so water won't stay in that, right? So they tried. So some students, when they tried like 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, so they quit. They came back, they said it's impossible to fill that bucket made out of bamboo. So they asked the guru, they said, please spare us, we can't do this because it's impossible. But there were some persons, some student or some disciple who were more disciplined, or we can say more a person who cared more about the guru's words. So they still tried to fill that. And when everyone quit, so there was the last disciple. The last disciple was still trying to fill that bucket, because the last disciple wanted to keep the words of guru. As guru asked to do that something, so that student wanted to do that particular thing. So as the student tried to fill bucket, so there is a very natural quality of bamboo. If you try to what you can say, if you put bamboo inside water, after some time bamboo starts swelling, right? It's what guru already knew, this quality of bamboo, but student or the disciple did not knew this thing. So the guru, as the sisya or the student was feeling, so bamboo started swelling, because he was the alone disciple left who was still trying, and his bucket was definitely wet. Those many times it was getting wet due to water, and so bamboo started swelling. So after like continuously trying for like 100 times, 200 times, 1,000 times, so the bucket started swelling, so it started retaining water inside, right? So as the sister tried to fill that bucket, so at last the sister was able to fill that bucket, because the bucket made out of bamboo was totally swelled, and it did not have any percolation of water anymore, so it could retain water. So that sister brought that bucket full of water for guru. So I know it was not a bucket full, at least about half, but he was able to bring that bucket water inside that bucket. By looking at Sisya, Guru said, you are my true Sisya, or you are my true disciple. So when we try to understand this story, or this, what you can say, this basic story, definitely very small thing to say, but over here Guru tried to teach the lesson of patience to Sisya. Because when you are consistent toward the particular thing, when you have patience, so you wait for something, so with time there are few things which are not in our understanding, which are not in our basic capacity to understand, but still they are possible to do. So Guru already wanted to test the what you can say, the quality of patience in his disciples, and who did not know, so they got a lesson from this. And definitely the Sisya was the great Sisya, the great student. So this was a very beautiful story. And if you try to understand in general, even take example of farmers. So all farmers, be whatever farmer they are like true example of a patient person. Because a farmer, once they sow seed, so after sowing seed, they need to care from that seed to being germination, to being plant, to being like really being capable to ripen something from there, to from that fruit or something like this. So it's like a long journey, like around 3 months to 6 months, sometimes years, right? So this journey is full of patience, because over here in this journey, farmer need to take care of that plant, or the from seed stage to becoming a mature tree or mature plant. So this journey is a long journey. Over here farmer has to do a lot of hustle and a lot of, what you can say, hard work behind that plant. Because the farmer know already what's the final goal, and the farmer is just focused on what's the stage, the how things are happening currently. Because if we tend to focus just on final goal and we totally ignore the process, so definitely it becomes very hard. We tend to become impatient about things, because we want to achieve that final result only. There is only one thing in our mind, that's a final result. We ignore totally what's the process. So when this is the stage, so over here it's a very natural that we become impatient. So we have to respect the nature, we have to respect the general law of this patience. So if this we respect the law of patience, so definitely it becomes a fruitful thing in future, right? As the farmers think, farmer definitely nurture from a seed to a mature plant or a mature tree to get fruit or to get the grain from that, right? So this journey is very definitely a very difficult journey. Have to go through a lot of things, a lot of hardship, so while nurturing this journey. But farmer focus more on this journey rather than the reaching directly jumping into the final result. Because if farmer will think just about the final fruit, so definitely the farmer won't care about the journey. And when there is no journey, so you can expect what would be the result, and the result, right? So this is also a great example of understanding the patience. So I can understand, I can say one of the best example, or one of the best example to understand patience is the journey of a farmer to grow some crop, right? So if we try to understand this patience, I know definitely in today's world it is very hard to live with this kind of life of like because when few things due to our science, due to our technology, we made possible, like few things we did not have. Like today we have high speed motor, high speed train. We reduced our journey time till an extent, right? But each and every single thing is not in our hand. We do our best to bring each and every single thing to reduce time or to eliminate time at all, but still there is some time, right? Few things are not in our limit, at least in today's science, at least in today's capacity. But when we have these things, that does not mean that we shall lose our patience, because few things as we can't do with today's technology even. So over here we need to have peace of mind, because if you want to live happily, so there is need of this peace of mind as of now, at least as of now, until we did not develop that kind of technology. Like for example, if you want to travel through, we want to go through some lift, so lift has its own speed. We can't just make it move more faster, because if it will be, so definitely it would be more hazardous, right? What we don't need, what we can't take on, so we'll have to follow. Few things are very they have their own speed. We just will have to wait, and to have that wait is called the quality of patience, right? If we understand this, that the few things are not in our hand, every single thing we can't control. So when we start understanding this thing, so we start respecting the time period, what it takes. right? And when we start respecting this time period, definitely it is our start of understanding, or what you can say, being a person of patience, right? And this is very, very, very beautiful journey. And there is very beautiful thing which is said already. Some great person said that we don't have time, or we are not out of time. We are that fast that time is trying to keep up with our speed, right? So I'm sure today's video was some sort of helpful, and it gave you little understanding about the things. I could give you little thought or little tingling inside, at least to think what really it means, why we need to have patience, why patience is important in our life, right? If it did, so please subscribe this channel, because it would be great help to grow in future. And yes, it would be very helpful for you even that you can check out the other video on this platform. It's a very beautiful channel, so you can go, because I tend to discuss about these things, like a lot about our philosophy, lot about our understanding of life, lot about the basic general understandings. It's a very beautiful videos are there, you can go and check out. And yes, if you don't want to subscribe, probably you did not like this video, probably you want something else, or you did not expect something, so please mention in comment section that what's the reason you did not subscribe or you did not like this content at all. So it would be great help, because as you are little what you can say, a response or little constructive response would be very helpful for me to grow in future, or at least to give me a direction how to move forward, right? So thank you for your precious time, and always please have little patience, because we are human. Everything is not in our hand. Sometimes we'll have to have patience, because patience is very beautiful journey, right? If you have this time period of the patience, the time period to achieve that success, so having patience during this time period is one of the quality what we develop to become a successful person. We'll have to understand this. So by then, please take care.